Good morning, everybody. It's Catholic Dad reporting in. This is video number 8, and drinking my coffee. I just went for a run. Black Rifle Coffee, excellent company, great coffee. And so let's see. I've been, if I cough or my brain is a little bit tired this morning, it's because I just got back from a run. And one day I'll give a video on the habituation of exercise and how that's good for kids. And well, anyway, so I wanted to talk today about how to save Social Security and also give your children a gift for the future. And the way that this works is that you have to have your kids work very, very, very early in life. And I'm not saying very early as in like 8, 9 years old. If you can, that's actually not a bad idea, little jobs here and there. But whenever the kids get $1,000 of earned income together, you have to put that in a Roth IRA. And the Roth IRA, I don't know if anybody knows about this, but it's essentially you take post-tax dollars and you put it into an individual retirement account. You could set it up in any one of these mutual fund companies like Vanguard or Fidelity. I personally use Vanguard. But anyway, so they get $1,000 together, and then they can open up their own Roth IRA. And why is the Roth so special? The Roth is special for young children. Well, first off, it's post-tax dollars, but then it grows tax-free and you take it out tax-free, which means it's double tax advantage. But when you're a little kid, right, you don't really have any tax burden. You have to pay some payrolls and FICA taxes and stuff like that. So it's virtually a triple tax advantage where you put in almost pre-tax dollars as a kid. And then it grows tax-free, and then you take it out tax-free. And the other thing is, there's no investing power in the world like compounded interest. If you let your money just sit there, and you reinvest the dividends and the capital gains, and you just keep reinvesting. The typical market fund, one of these target retirement funds with Vanguard or Fidelity or something like that, or Schwab, they'll have a doubling time of approximately 10 years. So if you think about it, if you're a young kid and you work long hours, or not long hours, but you work enough hours where you can actually open one of these Roths and then you can put money away. By the end of your high school, it's fairly easy if you're slightly conscientious to put away $10,000. And $10,000, if it doubles 5 times, that's $320,000 in income. If it doubles 6 times, that's $640,000 in income. But if you're really conscientious and you work in a state with a high minimum wage, I think California's going up to $15 an hour. It's actually quite easy to put away the maximum of $5,500 a year, and I think now it's $6,000 a year in 2019. And so if you do that, and you do that through high school, and you do that through college, you can end up with $50,000, which will double 5 or 6 times in your lifetime. And I mean, if $50,000 doubles 5 times, that's $1.6 million. If it doubles 6 times, that's $3.2 million. And usually you can withdraw 4% of principal without actually, or 4% of the principal without actually eating into the principal, because it grows that quickly. So think about it, you're over $60 to $120,000, more than that even, yearly income that your kids will get if they just work hard and save in high school, don't blow their money. And this creates several advantages for kids. Like one of my kids used to say to me, why do I have to work so much, Dad? And I'm like, well, so you're gonna turn into a jerk, you know? And I don't want to say that. If you think about it, you have to go out and you have to engage the world, and you actually have to go out and learn how to serve people. And I don't want to say all these kids these days, because I think they're pretty good, but there does seem to be a growing entitlement among kids these days, and they also don't seem to have the same work ethics. They kind of want everything handed to them. But if you go out and you work hard, and you work hard for a number of years, you actually you generate a work ethic, and you actually habituate the virtue of fortitude. And what is fortitude? Fortitude is working or doing something you don't want to do, like doing something hard, arduous tasks. And this actually changes your mind as you develop as a teenager, and then it could turn you into a hardworking, industrious, conscientious adult, which is always good. And if you go out and engage the world, you actually know how to speak to adults, which is one of the greatest gifts you can give your children, really, how to go engage the world. Because in the future, that's how you grow business relationships and how you make money. What else? So that's the great gift to your children. So you end up with this retirement by the end of high school or college, something like that, and the retirement's fully funded. The one thing it is if they go out and they're kind of horrible with money in the future, which they won't be if you give them the habituation of savings and investing, and you teach them about compounded interest, this money in this IRA is actually protected from creditors. So if they go out and they do wonky things with money, or they get sued or things like that, this is money nobody could ever touch. The creditors can't come after them, so they will have a guaranteed retirement. Now, if a whole generation of people does this with their children, their children will be habituated to work. They'll be hardworking and industrious people. It will be good for communities and families. It will keep them out of trouble. You know, idle hands are the devil's workshop. They'll be too tired to go out and do horrible teenage things. But if you do this with a whole generation of people, then really the utility of Social Security becomes less and less and less. And then we can potentially save our nation. I mean, if you rely upon Social Security for your retirement, that's a problem. But if you actually rely upon your own industrious work and labor, that's a really good thing. And well, if you get there and you actually save in other avenues in your life, you don't even need to touch the retirement. This is a great gift for your grandkids even. So anyway, so those are my ideas, how to save Social Security. And along the process, give your children a work ethic, a great gift of a retirement that's protected from creditors so they can go out and build a business in their life. And if everybody did this in the country, we wouldn't need a social safety net. Interesting. And then we'd be able to help each other with our own extra wealth. And so there you go. God bless you. This is Catholic Dad signing off. So don't forget to pray the rosary daily, try to get to confession. And like and subscribe and share with your friends if you like this. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.